May we now invite His Excellency Dr. Vivian Balakrishnan, Minister for Foreign Affairs of Singapore, to present the discussions of Breakout Session 2 on enhancing maritime security and promoting maritime cooperation. Excellency, you have the floor.
Thank you. Tom Berenson and I had a very active, spirited group. There was disagreement, pointed but civil. Didn't lead to any chairs being thrown, but I think we all managed to have a very useful session. First point was that there was very strong, I would say, unanimous alignment on the commitment to upholding international law as the basis for peace and prosperity for all of us, and in particular 1982 UNCLOS. UNCLOS remains the bedrock of the international legal order at sea. Speaking for myself in Singapore, and if I may, for my co-chair in the Netherlands, we are small maritime nations. Our development, our prosperity depends on an open, stable, and secure sea lanes. And we have a profound interest in the faithful implementation of UNCLOS in its entirety and everywhere else. This includes respecting the rights, freedoms, and the legitimate interests of all states, including freedom of navigation and overflight, the right of transit passage through straits used for international navigation, and other internationally lawful uses of the sea. We noted that 1982 UNCLOS, in fact, was a carefully constructed international treaty with compromises that would protect the rights of both littoral states as well as non-littoral states. And it was a foundational document, and even today, and even in times of war, even more relevant to be adhered to. So these are not abstract legal concepts, but essential to global trade, energy security, connectivity, and our collective prosperity. The BBNJ agreement, which entered into force at the start of this year, also sets out a framework for the management of marine resources in areas beyond national jurisdiction. And that's a very big chunk of the Earth's crust. It sets up the principle that there is a common heritage of mankind, and there are proper ways in which we can still exploit these resources, but do it responsibly and fairly across all nations, and also with respect to future generations. Another topic which arose was in this new digital economy that's emerging, more and more critical underwater infrastructure, and the need to protect and respect that infrastructure, and to come up with norms of behavior and rules and agreements that will govern this. We also highlighted the need for practical maritime cooperation to address these challenges, and we know these challenges include transboundary challenges: pollution, piracy, fishing, illegal, unreported, unregulated, and that these things cannot be dealt in isolation, and is another essential reason why we need to work together. Other speakers recognize the need to enhance information sharing, coordinated patrols where appropriate, maritime domain awareness, search and rescue cooperation, amongst other areas. I'm glad that several speakers, including my colleagues, especially from Malaysia, Japan, and Norway, highlighted the cooperative mechanism on the safety of navigation and environment protection in the Straits of Malacca and Singapore. In fact, this was established over 20 years ago in 2007, and I will confess that these are conversations which I've had both with my counterparts in Iran, and I'm glad to say that with the strong support also of our Foreign Minister from Oman, who is here despite being a littoral state to a hot zone. So we're very grateful to Sidebar for being here. So let me end by saying we need to strengthen our collective resilience in the maritime domain, because there's still no substitute for logistics through the maritime domain. It is still the most energy efficient way of transporting energy, bulk cargo and containers, more efficient than railways. And for those of us, especially in Southeast Asia, these are arteries that conduct our lifeblood. So let me again thank all of you for being here, and thank you all especially for signing on to the TAC, the principles which will put us in good stead in the next 50 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Excellency.